Hi, this is Tom from Nightingale Games, and today I'm going to talk about the sticker patch that is available for free on our Shopify website. You just have to pay for shipping, but it can be included with another order. So, if you haven't heard the backstory as to why we're offering the sticker patch, is that supposedly the Chinese factory risked being shut down, and so they self-censored the flag, which is offensive to the current government in China, because it happens to also be the flag of Taiwan, which they consider to be part of China. And so I guess censorship has ramped up in the past decade, even more so than usual. We had to come up at the last minute with a different flag. This one is entirely fictional, but it is somewhat representative as the medals. It's based on the medals from the 40s and 50s that were, pinned to the chest of World War II Chinese heroes. And you can see that in our medal, we somehow escaped with the 12-point star here. I guess they didn't mind that, but we had to change the flag. It's sort of a reverse Vietnam flag. But the color scheme of the medals was gold and red, so we included that. But the flags appear everywhere in our game, so you can see there's a whole sheet of stickers, and they have little labels here for where they go. And I'm going to start out with the most complicated part, which is an error, which is the stickers for the whiteboards, which are included in the Jumbo expansion. So here's one of the Jumbo expansion dry erase boards, and you can see, if I come in really close, you can see it's one sticker there. And what I recommend, and the trouble is this label isn't quite long enough to cover up the name underneath, which is On Sin, which happens to be China in Irish Gaelic, which I figured they would never realize. We couldn't even have the word China next to the flags in the original game, so we had to make up a country name as well. But what I recommend doing is cutting, once you peel it off, cutting the sticker in half right here, so that, I'm going to zoom in really close. You can see, I didn't do this one very well, but you can see that the sticker for the flag is placed, then there's a gap, then there's the China sticker, and that way there's enough to cover up the name beneath it. And there's also one on the reverse. You can see I didn't stick it quite correctly to cover it up. I did this so I could show you guys. If you could also take a little snip of this. The downloaded version is corrected, but the download version doesn't have these little die cuts. And you might be too lazy to buy sticker paper. So, I also, in the download version, I tinted some of these a little bit darker to match the battle boards, because the battle board's printed dark. But anyway, I'll go through now where all these go, because somebody requested I make a video for this. So these first two are for the morale board. So you can see the original board here. You can, as I showed previously, it has two sides. And so we stick the sticker here. And you can see on the reverse side, the morale board has two sides, if you didn't know, for the different scenarios, and there's slightly different threshold counts. So this is for the Eastern Front scenario and the global scenario, while on the reversed side, it's for the European and the Pacific scenario. And there's some different threshold numbers accordingly for game balance. So that's where the nationalist Chinese sticker goes on the morale board. And it's a little bit bright, but there you go. So that's the first two. Then let's look at the next one, resource pegboard. So here's where that one would go on the pegboard at the top. Then there's the card holder. You can see there's a little arrow pointing to this one. You can see this goes at the bottom of the card holder. There's a whole lot of stickers, so if we do a reprint, I'm going to insist that we print these somewhere else so this doesn't happen. Next up is the battle boards. So you can see here that it came out a little bit brighter than I would have liked, but that's on two sides. Oh no, it's not. It's only one because the naval side, China is not allowed to control ships or navy. So there's two because there's two battle boards included in the base game. Then there's the command tokens themselves, with which there are 8. So you can see these are... Larry recommends using an X-Acto knife or maybe a mechanical pencil to stick the sticker onto the X-Acto knife first, and then sort of lay it down onto the token, which somehow allows it to be easier, more easily aligned. So you can see there's 8 of these. Those will be fun. Then there's the jumbo flag, which are the black tokens. So I just stuck it over the top. If it has a little gold trim, that's almost intentional since the base color of China is gold. There's also the round jumbo flag, which is used for turn order. Then let's go down here. These 3 are for the storage box for China, which is here. So there's the big one and then the 2 sides here. And then there's this strip along here at the bottom, which is the back of the box, which is for reference of the command units. So if one slides under the sofa, you can be, oh no, I lost one, and know which one it is easily without having to look on the computer. Then as we already did these dry erase boards, there's 2 sides for that. And this one on the end here is for the OMP chart. That's where you can see the Ansin. Then all these little square flags are for the cards. And China starts with 5 territories, so you can see each card has 2 sides. So that's 10 stickers for all these cards. And then there's a bunch of little round ones for the the national flag, sorry. And so these just go right on top of the stars. They're blank on the back, so they only need 1. There's 1 extra. You could put it in the rule book, maybe, or if you mess up. That's why it says +1, and there's also an extra one of the square ones. So that's a quick recap of why we made the sticker sheet, how it's available, and where to stick them. Hopefully we won't have to do this in the future. We'll figure something out. Here's an image of the original sticker sheets as commands, so you can see the difference there. All right, thank you.